Hello, and thank you for joining us for Community Crossroads. I'm Carolina Astrain. Here's a look at what's coming up on today's show. We hear from candidates part of the Victoria County Commissioner Precinct 2 and Victoria County Justice of the Peace Precinct 4 races. We also learn about the Victoria ISD's choice campuses and a men's conference. We now welcome Zed Stewart, a candidate running for the Victoria County Commissioner Precinct 2 seat. Welcome to Community Crossroads.
Thank you very much.
And so, Mr. Stewart, what inspired you or what has led you to file for office?
The things going on in the county commissioner's office, there's been a lot of questions in the past 3 years that have not adequately been answered. And so whenever you do things right, people don't know that you've done anything at all. And when people start asking questions and not getting answers, then, you know, there's time for a change.
I recall during a recent debate, the spending that occurred during Hurricane Harvey, or after Hurricane Harvey, the relief spending, you had some questions about that.
Well, I think people still have questions about it. They did a financial audit instead of a forensic audit. And that was just to placate the voters and the public, because the financial office or financial audit just made sure that the money was there and accounted for. A forensic audit, on the other hand, which they did not, they authorized and then didn't pay for, so it was never done. The forensic audit would have told you who authorized the spending, where it was spent, how it was spent, and all the intricate details. And it would have done a lot to clear up all the questions that the county voters have. And so that was one of my and that really was one of the impetus things for me to run in the first place, was because if we don't have accountability at the county level, we will never have it above the county level. So that's one of the big deals.
So that seed was planted in 2018.
Yes. Yeah.
And we also discussed the American Rescue Funds, what should be done with those funds. And you kind of gave a conservative approach.
Oh, I am extremely conservative.
It's about 18 million that's up for spending?
Yeah, I think you said it was 17.9.
17.9, but you don't think we should spend it all?
Well, I think we should spend it where we can, as long as we don't have to go back and pay for it. I mean, if it's free money, then let's have some free money. But whenever it should be used to augment the county budget, not increase the county budget. Because federal programs have a really bad habit of becoming ingrained. And whenever the federal money runs out, then for some reason, state and local governments think that they have to continue those programs, but they've got to fund them themselves. And then your property taxes are going to go up. And everybody is sick to death of property taxes on the continual rise.
And speaking of federal programs, Border Patrol, we're getting statewide funds to help support and supplement those expenses we've had to endure here on a local level. How do you think that should be rolled out?
That is more complicated than I can sit here in this chair and tell you about. I don't have access to all the numbers and all the data and all of the legalities. What do I believe? I believe that we ought to be able to pick them up locally and send them back, because it's an issue. It's a huge issue. Crime is on the increase, and that's a big part of it. I mean, everybody that comes across the border like that is a criminal, plain and simple, because they broke the law. And so now, is it federally legal for us to do all the things that I would like to do? No. So there are some intricacies in there that have to be worked out. But I think a lot of people are afraid. They're just afraid to get into that big mess that is the federal government and who can and who can't. So That's a very tough question with a very complicated answer.
Well, thank you so much for your time and joining us on Community Crossroads and letting us get to know a little bit about you. And for more, come to our website, crossroadstoday.com. Coming up, don't go anywhere. We hear from the incumbent candidate running for re-election to the Victoria County Commissioner Precinct 2 seat.